Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of the Last Defense Academy. We're ready to get on this bus and head on to the enemy base. We're here to infiltrate the enemy base and take out the commander's station there. Then the zombie will over the Heno Amina. We ready? You know it. Well then. This is like a wait, what? I was gonna say this is kind of like a very nerve-wracking situation, but like we've been here before, but looks like I'm just in time. What's wrong? Gaku, what are you doing? What do you mean? We're going on a field trip to enemy... My boy? My boy? My boy? My boy? My boy? Give me your hands. My boy? My boy? My boy? You coming with me? What? Huh? You were the one who said we should listen to Saray before. Hey, come on. He was technically right, wasn't he? Well, I don't want to be bad at a zombie like... Gaku! I'm not apologizing or anything, but let me help out. My boy! Oh my god! I love this! I see, Gaku. You have guts after all. He's always had guts. That's DJ Gaku you're talking to. You're more than welcome in that case. That's amazing! Gaku just showing up randomly like that? Really? I mean, duh. You can thank me later. Even a broken, worthless cock is right twice a day. Thank you, Gaku. Okay, then let's try this again. Are we ready? Let's head for the enemy base. You bet. That's awesome. That is really awesome. To have Gaku, like, you know, be so supportive in that sense too. And I wonder if it is just like, you know, he felt bad. You know what I mean? But that's a really beautiful moment, right? That is. And it's not that I want to make it clear. Like, people can doubt Gaku all they want, but I will never forget DJ Gaku. I will never forget he was the first person to stand up for Shoma against Kurata as well. Like, he is legitimately, like, a good dude. Now, we'll see, it's a fun moment. It's a really fun moment. We left the drive into Takamaru since he had experience, while occasionally attending to Nozomi as she hunched over in pain. We made our way towards our destination. I actually love that we have Gaku with us as well, by the way. It takes a lot for Gaku, because Gaku's usually very scared, right? It's very rarely he'll come with us on a field trip like this, but... He did last time, though, didn't he? He came on the trip last time. He did. And he came to the beach. So, after a long bus ride, we finally arrived near the enemy base. This base is bigger than I imagined. Far smaller than my room in the Osazuki mansion, though. Isn't that uncomfortably large? Means that we have all the room we need to go ape on these palookas. Palookas? Hold on, doesn't seem strange. Now that you mention it, it's a bit too quiet considering we're in enemy territory. I don't sense any invaders around at all. That is weird. There was plenty of invaders last time I was here in the past. We're not going to figure anything out just by hanging around in this bus. Let's go out there. Nozomi, are you going to be okay? I'm doing okay right now. I'll be fine. Alright, let's wreck them. Shut your giant trap already, they'll hear you. No, let's wreck them. Both of you need to be quiet. We rarely exited the bus, but we were at a loss for words when we saw the state of the enemy base. Wait, what? What? In full 2D, like, cartoon animation?
God,
what?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, what the hell? The sight of the way to shocked us all. Is this what? Wait. Is this the freaking Supreme Commander? Is this Avexis? Because remember they said they were going to destroy, like, their own creature. They were just slaughtering their own people, right? There were heaps upon heaps of Invader corpses stacked up on top of each other. That's crazy. And, like, they did a full artwork for this as well.
Oh, that's really gross.
I didn't like, this is the last thing we expected.
They're all dead. Ain't nobody here left alive.
Wait, what do we do about the freaking, the cryptoglobin?
It doesn't look like sickness did it. All the bodies are beat up.
They're ripped apart. They're destroyed.
Let's look around some more.
This game always surprises me. Every 2 seconds surprises me. After that, we split up and searched around the inside of the base. But damn it, it's nothing but bodies as far as I can see. It's as if it's been abandoned. That's horrible. The sprawling enemy base was silent as if no longer served any purpose. No luck here either. Not a single soul is here. The bodies are all regular enemies too. I don't see a trace of the commander. That's rough. The reason we came here. What do you want us to do, Takumi? Look some more? Let's expand our search area a bit. I don't know if we're gonna find anything.
Hey!
Time out. Can't we take a little rest first? I'm completely beat. I've walked all over the base. My feet hurt. You were literally unstoppable during our training camp. I puzzled over why Moko was pulling a frail girl card when... Oh. You believe Nozumi is obviously tired. Yep. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's to make someone else feel like they're not tired. It's actually a tactic that like you know, I feel like everyone should employ or like if you're in that situation, you know, when you're on a hike and like, you know, the person that like is really quiet does, you know, is really tired and won't usually speak up. You say, I'm a little bit tired, you know. I glanced over to Zoe to see that she was taking heavy steps. Yeah, no, we have to relax. Yeah, I didn't realize. This is why you'll die, unloved and alone. Make sure to spend an hour each day thanking me for saving you from such a hideous embarrassment. Well, honestly, this time around, thank you for reminding me 100%. Talking me 100%. But Takumi will never die alone. Yeah, sure. We decided to find a spot and take a short rest. This is so creepy. I know they're enemies, but I don't like this at all. It's an eerie feeling. It's so eerie. It's the same thing, like, I know a lot of you guys probably don't watch the Genshin playthrough, maybe you do. But like sometimes they'll have like normal creatures just be dead on the ground, and it's such a weird feeling to not see them, like, you know, because when we defeat an invader, they disappear. To see their bodies thrown everywhere in front of us, it's such a weird feeling. I was all fired up because I thought we'd be fighting. What the hell's going on? The nerve to do this when there's actually, they're usually constantly coming after us. Where are those stupid commanders? Let's take it easy, Karara. We can't get impatient. What's this? You find something? Moko plucked something off the ground. It was a palm-sized piece of machinery. What is that? What is that? I've never seen it before. Yeah, what? I have no idea what that is. If it's on the ground here, it's probably some kind of alarm device, like a surveillance camera or something. Do you think so? Talking to me, any idea what this is? Should we remember this? Because then it's sometimes like it's one of those things where like I probably should remember something, but I don't know. I'm not good at machines. That'd be Tsubasa, right? I could swear I've seen that mark before. Have we? Like, I know we probably have, right? Like that's usually the way. We probably have. I feel like I've seen it before too. Theorizing isn't going to help. If you want the machine to start, there's only one thing to do. Wait, what? 45-degree angle chop? Struck by Karara, the machine fell to the ground? What are you... Wait, what? It's like a signal beacon or something like that? Like, it looks like it's like an antenna. Like a radio or something? It suddenly began hum as it activated. See, it's working now. That was just a coincidence. I guess that's how she makes her TVs work as well. Wait, everybody, I see something. Is this some sort of video recording device like Gaku said? Okay. How do you like that for intuition, huh? It's how I avoid annoying customers at my job. I love you. I love you so much. The customer ain't always right. Gaku's always right. What a waste of talent. Anyway, guys, let's watch the... He says what a waste of talent, but it's actually like a very... That's an encapsulation of Gaku's character. He's so capable of doing so much more stuff, but because he is in that life where he has to take care of people, his youth is slipping away. Let's watch the video. You might learn something. A lot of static. I think it's playing something, but it's completely blank. And the sound is just white noise. Hey, did you hear something just now? Like a scream. Oh no. We all leaned in to look at the image, suddenly grew clear. It was them, yeah. Yep, oh my god.
It hurts.
That is insane. They've gone off the deep end. Look at them.
Why? Why would you do something so cruel?
Slaughtering their own people.
Foolishness. Why?
Oh my god, the sadness in their voice. They're so betrayed.
What are you crying for? What's there to be sad about? Smile. Rejoice. You are about to become part of me. Part of a god.
She thinks like this is the best case that you could have. Like this is the best thing that could happen to you. Look at her face.
I'm not ready to die.
That is horrible. That is so horrible to even hear.
Anxious, are we? Relax. All the other commanders are already inside me.
So she got them all. She's defeated all the other commanders.
This will allow you to live eternally with the rest of them as part of a
But
deity.
wait. So she's absorbed them all. That means we can't get any critical for Nozomi. Look at her.
Isn't it? Doesn't it make you tremble with delight?
No, it does not. Oh dear freaking lord! Like yeah, she's got. Once she got the taste of one of the commanders, that was it. She got them all. She got every single other commander.
You're an abomination!
Holy hell!
Curse you! I curse you! Even if you kill me, I'll haunt you forever!
I don't know if she cares.
Someday the punishment of God will...
Silence!
She wants to become a god. There it is, the last guy. How do we do? What do we do about Nozomi? What can we do for Nozomi? We stood stunned for a while after watching the video. Yeah. Was that Vexness? But her own commanders. Yeah. She killed them. But why would she? Immediately, a horrible feeling jolted through my mind. No way. Yeah. This is just a hypothesis, but what Nozomi said next is exactly what I was thinking. I think she's going around killing the commanders, not to try and beat us to the punch or anything. But to make all of them critical on her own. Yes. She's truly like got this taste of power, and she believes that this is the best thing for them, where it's like if they're all part of this god, they're gonna be much better than they are now. What? You're kidding. You can't be serious. Is Vex just that crazy of a... I think Nozomi's right. There was something really off about her when she left after the previous attack. I'll also explain there hasn't been any commanders leading the attacks recently. Because Vex has killed them all. Exactly. There aren't any commanders left to attack us. I see, it certainly adds up. That's the thing. Like, we haven't seen any other commanders since, right? We have gotten a bit more, less fights, I guess? We got to go to the beach and nothing happened. Hold it. You seem pretty calm about this whole thing, but doesn't that mean we can't help Nozomi? Exactly, yes. We need Critical to heal her. She was right. I couldn't say it, but she was right. I can't believe we lost our one chance at a cure like this. The situation with Nozomi is bad enough, but if Vex has absorbed all the commanders' cryptoglobin, how strong is she now? That's the thing. Can you imagine how strong we get? I just hit the mic, sorry. How strong we get based on absorbing one commander? How it boosts our voltage, you know what I mean? Like, and all this stuff. And we saw how powerful Takumi is on 3 commanders. Can you imagine, like, what, like 10? She was already practically a monster. What chances do we have now against her now? Everything felt hopeless. It was one nightmare scenario after another. I was about to give some hollow encouragement about how nothing was for sure yet when... Bleep? Where? No, what happened? You go perfect time. We have something to... But there's no commanders. That means it has to be the Supreme Commander, right? Under attack? Don't tell me.
Yes, it's Vexness.
Vexness.
She's here.
That's horrible. Like, with only, like, how many's there? Like, what, like 8 people? We can't hold much longer. Hurry back. Let's go. Even if we leave right now, we'll never... I swear to God, no one better die. Nobody better die. She's monstrously powerful. At this rate, the Audible Saray will have to deploy last... We have to go back. But like all the damage they're gonna do in the process. Oh no, nobody better die. Damn, we lost him. Looks like you two were right on the mark. This ain't funny. Anyway, we gotta hurry back to the school. We gotta save him. I know, we can't. There's nothing we can do. Like, and here's the thing, if I knew there was a commander around here right now, we'd try something, right? Well, I'm okay, Karada. There's nothing we can do if there aren't any... Yeah, there's nothing and it's horrible to say, there's literally nothing we can do. How can you say that? We need to save everybody at the school, don't you get it? Karada's so upset by this as well. You're right, sorry I lost my cool. It's okay to lose your cool, I'm losing my cool. Don't be sorry. I appreciate your concern for me, Karada. There was something awkward about Nozomi's smile as she spoke. She must have been forcing herself to say it. It was okay so we could go back. I couldn't ignore her wishes. That's the thing, she's faking being okay so we don't worry about her and we head back to the school. Okay, back to the bus, let's get going. Especially since she knows the last time we made this choice, what happened? To stay place and not leave. The roomie died. And it has to be on everyone's mind as well. We boarded the school bus and made a return voyage to the last Defense Academy. Oh my god. Nobody better be dead, please. The bus was quiet. Sure, part of it was exhaustion, but the anxiety over the idea of what might be awaiting us kept us silent. Exactly. Oh my god, that's such a good way of putting it. I'd be too sick to even chat, to talk. What would you talk about? A whole day has passed. We raced to school along the roads at a furious pace. We managed to make it to the school before dawn. When we got there, everyone's faces looked, oh my, everyone looked completely devoid of hope. Oh no. They're all holed up here. So they retreated to the keep. They retreated inside. After we put us up in a room to rest, we gathered in the cafeteria to trade information. Yeah, what? What? Yeah, I thought they retreated, but... Where's Shoma and Ava? And Stray, Nigo, and... Where is everyone? I'll explain everything that happened from the beginning. As you already know, Vexus came and attacked the school. Right, we got a transmission from Nigo and rushed back. She was so strong, like some kind of monster. I knew it. Oh, talk to me, do you know something about how she got so strong? Yes. Yeah. I told everyone about the video we'd seen at the base. Vexus killed the commanders? Is she insane? I think she's lost it. I think her mind is no longer there. She's only focused on becoming a god. She was cannibalizing them? No wonder she's so strong. I'm sorry we weren't here. But you managed to repel her anyway. How? Yeah, that's interesting. I thought they retreated back to the cafeteria. Saray deployed the school's last resort. What in the world? We should have used it on her from the start. But is the last resort in the other place? Was that when they exploded the second Last Defense Academy? What was the last resort here again? We couldn't do that. Oh my god. It was all the missiles that we were supposed to fire on day 100. Wait, this route is crazy. Because we came back in time, and now the ability to destroy all the invaders is gone again. What the hell? But weren't they the ASAP received for getting rid of all the invaders? And they wouldn't even be fully charged yet, right? None at all. 60 days, they'd be only 60% the way there. That's right, if we hadn't used them, we would all been killed. You know, you were right to use them. 110% you were right. I will, no issue with that. So, Surehi. As your commanding officer, I'm going to deploy the anti-invader annihilation missiles. I'd rather that this and lightning vectors destroy everything. Legitimately, I'm glad he did it, because as long as people aren't dead, but now there's still people missing. I'll buy time to charge them up in undying flames. Soldiers, you evacuate the defense room. Wait, sir, let me go with you.
Yeah.
And then we all ran away. Like Mocha said, they weren't done charging with the undying flames. So we had to ask FB to concentrate all of his power to... What are you talking about? 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 You to charge them all into one missile? In the meantime, we had to buy time for him to finish. What happened? Please say he's still around, though. Serenigo set out to do that, and Ava decided to go with them. Ava. Need to buy time, I'll go as well. You'll need someone to fight. Please do not worry, I will kill the invaders without fail. Ava, and Shoma crying. Honestly, I should have stopped them. I want to offer to go in their stead. Wait, what? But when the time was upon us, I was frightened. I let myself get overwhelmed and couldn't say anything. I'm wretched. No, I'm please do not blame yourself for this. Yoshika. Then we all took shelter in the defense room for a while, when suddenly Mr. Gonzaki took running off. Wait. So that's when you ran off after Ava? I can't let Ava go by herself. I'll go with you, Ava. What is happening? Did they... It was so fast we couldn't stop him. What are they talking about here? Ava, Shomas, Ray, and Nigo all sacrificed themselves to buy us time? We managed to fire the missiles and somehow stave off Veshness. But FB pushed us so hard he passed out, and now the remaining missiles can't be launched due to a system error. So FB is okay, but they sacrificed. To put it simply, we're living out the worst case scenario. Heavy signs. I swore we wouldn't sacrifice anyone else, but yet our friends easily slip right through our fingers. What the freaking hell? Just like that? That happened so suddenly. Out of nowhere. There wasn't a build-up or like we'd lost our last resort and the thing that was supposed to secure the victory for humanity. What were we supposed to do now? What the hell? I couldn't find the answer to that question, but still I was their leader. I had to speak up. I had to encourage them. I was about to open my mouth to find the words when...
Is that it for your status report?
What?
Then it's on to the real matter at hand.
But Shoma's dead. Hiroko's calm voice cut through its silence. What are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? What could they possibly mean? What are you talking about? You betrayed the special defense unit? What are you talking about? What could you mean? Yeah, why? What could that even mean? I was temporarily stunned into silence by the unexpected accusation. Wait, I'm not sure what you're... Hiroko tossed something onto the desk in front of us, stopping me in my tracks.
What is this?
What is what? A small flat object on the desk was in front of me. No, no. We chose not to do that. No, we didn't. That's where the symbol was. That's why we both noticed the symbol. Do they think I'm a commander? Is that what they think? Where did you get this? Why would you bring this up now? Why did she have it? I was so profoundly confused that I couldn't hide my shock. Don't separate. Hiroko, do not do this. Please. Not right now. You seem rather flustered talking to me. Of course. Why wouldn't you be? I knew it must have been you. You made this gift. Yes, we did, but there's a reason. And we didn't even do it. Why did we make this in the first place? We were never going to... Well, some people might choose to do the lie, but I didn't. Hiroko continued on as I stood speechless. Nobody else knew anything about this, so I knew it must be you. Seems I was right in the money. Stop. Hold up that symbol. It's the one we saw in the thing. It's the same one in that video device we found in the enemy base, and we didn't know what it was, right? Oh, so you're familiar with it? Good. That should speed things up. No, please, Hiroko, please don't do this. Please don't do this. I asked Ato about it, and according to him, this is an Ato. An invader symbol? What was Sir Takumi be doing such a thing? Did Ato's information divide us once again? Strange is now just why would he make something like that just behind our backs? Can we explain that? Can we explain that for a split second? And we have to be honest. For a split second, we made this just in case. But then even that sounds bad. That sounds so bad. Ima, surely you have some idea. You're very familiar with cheap tricks. What? I hate to admit it, but you are correct. It would seem to me that the proof that Mr. Super double cross. Please don't, Ima. I cannot. Don't separate us again. Not Ima in particular. I'm talking with the group. Maybe here, Miss Kurofuji, for that matter. Put that symbol on and submit it to the... No, we've been fighting this whole time with you guys. What? Takumi cut himself in half to fight the freaking invaders. Begging them to spare their lives in exchange for acting as their spies. Takumi cut himself in half. Bingo, I knew you'd be pieced together, Hiroko, but you're both wrong. You're two of the smartest people here, and even you're wrong. You two are... I would literally put you up there as two of the smartest people in this whole group, and you are wrong. Wait, let him talk. Quiet, I'm not done talking. Well, he should be able to rebut. Oh, no. Did ya, Ato? Did ya? Ato also told me he overheard you having a little conversation with Nozomi. What did you hear, buddy? Back then I should have just told the truth right away. If that's the case, then I'm just as much at fault. You told me everything in the other... He did the same thing he did last time. Whether intentional or not, Ato for the second time has helped to divide this group once again. This was about the freaking... the truth of of Nozomi's past. Put two and two together, please. I knew the truth and still chose not to speak up. Hiroko. You knew everything and chose not to speak up. You colluded with Nozomi and lied to us. Okay, so she is talking about the idea that we knew about the thing with Nozomi then. Not just about that. That's not just related to the commander stuff, which is true. But we had a reason to do it, and I'll stand by it. Because I would do the same thing for you, Hiroko. I do the same thing for Kyoshika. I do the same thing for Ima. I do the same thing for anybody. For a second time, on a second route I've done, Ato has given some information of a conversation that he overheard. In order, and it separated us. Now, I don't know if it's intentional this time, because I don't think he has that in him anymore to do that intentionally, right? You two were in it together, huh? No, Yogo, please. But from their perspective, Shoma is dead. Eva is dead. Saray is dead. Rio is dead. I think they're coming at this from a place of high anxiety. Where they're thinking now that someone has to be to blame for this, right? Not just, like, how would they... That has to be it, right? They're thinking this from... Like, it's so crazy that we haven't even had time to, like, think about Shoma, by the way. We've had, like, a few seconds. And probably intentionally so, like, that's what the game is doing. But they're coming at this from a place that, like, they're anxious. They're... You know what I mean? They're looking for something to blame, almost, it feels like. And it seems kind of logical in their mind. That reminds you of everything you told about past night. No, it's not. The identity was all lies, it's not. I knew the story about our infiltration of special unit defense unit on the spur of the moment seemed fishy. No. Maybe she's always a traitor, managed to lure you into her web. This is like... It's like deja vu. But like it's a different way, right? You guys are crazy. Why did you push so hard to make the trip to the enemy base anyway, Mr. Sumino? To save her, to save Nozomi, Ima. Takumi cut himself in half. He cut himself in half for you guys. Wasn't it you who insisted on taking a team to the last defense academy before? The enemy just so happened to show up when our defenses were... This is what I'm talking about. This is the game, and this is why, here's like, it's not me being like, oh, I'm really good at picking on this stuff up. The game is really well written in the sense that they always cover their bases with the stuff. And this is just what we said. The enemy just so happened to show up when our defenses were weakened, and Miss Amiya got killed as a result. So what they're thinking in their mind as well, when this two times Takumi left, apart from the beach, we got attacked in a dire situation. But my counter to that is Takumi cut himself in half after that happened. And now Shoba's dead as well. Ava's dead as well. So obviously they're thinking that, like, we're both, like... But he cut himself in half. He did. And the thing is, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, that's a show of loyalty, but at the same time, from their perspective, like, Darumi died when we left the first time. Shoma dies the second time we plan something, you know, to leave. Obviously, nothing happened during the beach time, but... Holy hell. It's exactly what happened that time, isn't it? We're clearly jumping to conclusions here. Maybe it was just a coincidence. What if it wasn't? That's the answer to like, what if it's a coincidence, right? Yeah, just basic, what if it wasn't? What do you mean? Think about that crazy time travel story. Personally, I never imagined that Henry could allow someone to cross through space and space-time. What if in reality Takumi never did any such thing? Oh my god, they're doubting everything now. Are you saying what I think you're saying? He actually found out when the attacks would happen through the Invader. No. Having Kaku look at me betrayed is breaking my heart. Precisely, then you could act like he could predict enemy attacks and make us all believe him. This is too rough. This is too rough for me. All I need to do was claim halfway through that the future was starting to diverge. Yeah, but that's what happened. That's what happened. But again, I can see, you know what I mean? It's so crazy that you can follow their suspicions and be like, okay, that makes sense. They're suspicious. That makes sense. They're suspicious of this. And it honestly hurts that it makes sense a little bit why they would be suspicious. Not that I would still give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're in a very high anxiety situation right now. You know what I mean? So they're thinking right now, they're trying to like blame anyone on this. They're trying to find, you know, and if you follow the breadcrumbs of all the stuff that's happened throughout this game, humans would get suspicious of Takumi in this situation, right? No, I don't. He teamed up with his own way to trick all of us, then manipulated our choices by lying about being a time traveler. Holy hell, this is painful. And again, like I say, intentionally so, I feel in the pit of my stomach a pain. Not to mention the tattoo sticker was recorded in the Gift-O-Matic's history. Takumi, I'll say this one more time. You betrayed the special defense. You don't ever say that about Takumi. He cut himself in half for this group. So Takumi, it can't be Kyoshi. It's not. It's not. Boy, I can't look at Kako like being disappointed in me. Eito, what are you saying? Hold on. All I did was tell you what I did when you asked me. You have a habit of that. You didn't tell me you were planning to use it to accuse Takumi like this. That's not fair. You still told a private conversation that you overheard to somebody. Now, I think this time around it's not intentional, right? This time around it's not intentional. Because this time around it's not in him to betray us, I think. You know what I mean? That's not a part of him anymore. You know what I mean? And also, because of the way his brain has been changed, I feel like part of it is trying to make people happy. That's a part of what he does. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and blame Eito when, like, he probably, like, was just trying to make Kuroko happy and thought there was nothing of it, you know? Is anything you said untrue? Well, no, but we might be misunderstanding something. Eito, please. Stand up for me then, please. It seems too connected to a misunderstanding to me. But we went to the beach and nothing happened to you guys. Everybody, let's all calm down for a second. This was the worst case scenario. They weren't going to believe me no matter what. Look at all their faces staring at Takumi as well. Damn it, how can I show them? This is utter foolishness. I'm not going to stand here and listen to this. It's all Kurara! Oh my god! Doesn't it tick you off? They might have been freaking lying to you? Gaku, come on. Please don't look at me like that. Even though you guys fought and made up a training camp? I trust Nozomi. Your tears were the furthest thing from lies. Oh my freaking god, Kurara! Coming in with this moment. If you told me in the last route that Kurara was going to like be the one to stand up for technically Nozomi but also Takumi as well, I would have said, you are lying. Kurara? Besides, these invaders are all monsters created by world death. What in the world would be the point of communicating with them? Do you honestly believe that? There's no ignoring it all now. All the enigmatic things the invaders have been doing and saying.
One day, I will take your weapon and consume it too. With its power, I will usher in the age of a new god.
I'm sorry, my darling.
That was rough as well.
I couldn't protect you.
But this is just because we can hear them now. They were saying this stuff all the time, it seems.
To keep our family safe.
Well, not this stuff, but you know what I mean.
I'm a liar and a fool.
He'll be fine. Even if we're not there for him. He's strong. He is your son.
He's your son.
After all.
Oh my god. Monsters created by world death, nonsense. Oh, so no, the argument she's making is if they're just created by world death, then how are they communicating with us? You know? Which I get what she's saying there. I totally get what she's saying there. They clearly have desires and wills of their own. They even have familial love. So we can't just use the argument that they're just mindless creatures. We can't. I understand what she's saying there 100%. Those things are more than just bloodthirsty monsters. So then what are those things?
The invaders are beings with advanced social skills and intelligence. And their own civilization, completely separate from our own.
I agree with her. I don't disagree with her at all.
Putting it simply, they're aliens.
Aliens? You think
of
they're
some
aliens?
sort.
Prithee, did you just say aliens? Putting it simply, yes. You can call them aliens and otherworldly species, visitors from the future, whatever you want. The point is that some non-human species attacked Earth. The humans were at a disadvantage and retreated to the satellite.
We were sent to Earth and made to fight these invaders to reclaim the planet. As human weapons of a sort.
So we're basically tools of war? I have such anxiety right now. I have such anxiety. Exactly. And Takumi was the first to realize this. It would certainly explain a few things. So she's saying that we realized this was the case and decided to flip. So to get out of the situation, Takumi colluded with the enemy and work with them in secret. Does that sound about right? But couldn't we just legitimately, like, why wouldn't we get all of you to help us? We could all work with the enemy, you know?
Oh.
You must have a big brain in there. I do love smart people. You're really smart too. Takumi, I can't believe this. Oh no, God, don't look at me, lovely. No, I can't have Kako disappointed in Takumi. You've got it all wrong. You have to believe me. I tried my hardest to deny it, but my words were rang unbelievably hollow. They're not feeling it. They're not feeling it at all.
Now that everything's gone to hell, we don't have any obligation to fight for humanity
joking?
anymore.
Are you joking? What? Are you joking?
Wait. Then what about all of our friends who left their hopes with us when they died?
But we're out of missiles.
They're literally just sitting down. Is this a debate or are they giving up hope? Look at Ima. Ima just looks like he has given up.
There's no way for us to win against Veshness now.
There seems two sides to this argument, it seems, right? On one side, you have Yugumu, and I don't think that Kaku like hates, I don't think anyone hates us, but I think it's one of the situations where like there's like doubters on one side, and on the other side there's like also like, well, I guess you could say doubters in what Hiroko's saying, because it seems like Eido's like, hey, give him the benefit of the doubt. Tsubasa's like, hey, this could all just be like a big misunderstanding. Moko's like, we should all calm down, and Kara's like, I would not believe Nozomi would ever do this, which again, that calls back to the beautiful scene they had on the beach. She believes her tears were 100% true, which they were.
We might be forced to turn over FB. That's what Veshness was after, right? His
No.
power?
Huh? Are you out of your mind?
I was suggesting it as a potential means of survival. No need to jump on
This
me.
is horrible because again, everyone is in a very a high anxiety state now. Everyone is. They're gonna be biting at each other so much.
There's some things you just shouldn't say. He's our friend. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Right now, they feel hopeless, and that's what's happening. And again, Tsubasa's like right too. Like again, everyone's emotions are like are. And I want to say valid in a way that I know it sounds weird, but like right now, it's like everything's hopeless. We're all destroyed. Everyone's looking for someone to blame. Everyone's looking for a reason to give up. Everyone's looking for a reason to like cast out somebody to like make themselves feel better. It is a human trait to try and make yourself feel better in some way, and it's either whether you're like, oh well, we should give up anyway, or Takumi's the one that betrayed us, that's the reason why we failed, all this stuff. There's always like something people will look for, something to to protect their own minds, and not only that, but you also have like the high anxiety state of everyone here. Like, Tsubasa's fighting back because she's like that's our friend, right? While Ima's fighting back and being like, well, like, look, this is just a suggestion.
Do we just wait until we're all killed then?
You see what I mean? Like, everyone is going to come from a place of anxiety.
Nobody said that.
It's extremely annoying for you to claim the moral high ground without offering any alternative suggestions. If you want to stroke your ego, do it on your
Yeah,
own.
they're gonna be biting at each other so much now. They're gonna be biting each other so much.
Hey! You're way out of line!
This is just like not. This is not even them. This is not even them. Yeah, they're you know, Eva can be snarky sometimes, right? But it just feels like, you know, this whole situation is just like, you know, brought on by this anxiety that they have now after this loss.
You're complete scum!
Kurata.
Well, does anyone else have any ideas? I don't plan on going down with a bunch of people with no plan who refuse to think for themselves.
What's Takumi thinking in this moment? Looking at this.
Everybody calm down. We're not gonna get anywhere fighting like this.
The exchange of barbs and insults grew more and more intense. Yeah. Everyone seemed ready to completely turn on one another when Takamaru kept silent the whole time. Yeah, he didn't say anything. Kicked a desk with full force.
Enough!
Oh my god. His voice was enough to make the pit of my stomach turn cold. It commanded immediate silence. This is a waste of time. This bitching and moaning and arguing ain't gonna do shit.
Hey!
Just do whatever you want. Takamaru got out of his chair. Takamaru. How dare this game? I really thought I saw something in you. No. I had my fair share of fights before I got here, but I ain't seen anybody with the guts you got. Oh no, don't. I thought you were real. Oh dear lord.
What a fucking letdown.
Oh. That hurts. Not the idea of being a real man. Like, I don't care about being a real man. I don't give a damn about that stuff. What's upsetting is having, like, these characters be disappointed in us. You know what I mean? And having Takamaru say something like this. Painful. With that, Takamaru left the cafeteria, like saying, I thought I saw something in you. Everyone got up from their chairs one after another as if following his lead. Guys, wait, we can't let this tear us apart. It did. Eido's pleas were futile. Oh my god, once again.
This can't be happening.
Oh. This is so painful. This hurts. Do you see Kako looking at us? Gaku is doubting us. Ima is doubting us. Hiroko. The only one who's truly, like, fully not doubting us is Kurata. And that's because she believes in Nozomi, so by that logic, she has to believe in us too. His despondent words echoed. Holy freaking hell, man. What are we even, like, supposed to do in this situation? Like, this is one of the, like, the most terrifying situations in this game, for sure. For sure. I melted away into the sound of the rain pouring down. I heard, yeah, the rain as well. You can hear the rain dropping. Wait, save your... Oh. You know, it's a big moment when they ask you to save your progress. But guys, like, I feel like almost intentionally so. Maybe I'm wrong. But, like, they didn't even, like, allow me to, like, truly think about what happened with Shoma. It wasn't a big moment. It wasn't a big, like, thing. It's, like, almost feels like... Because even with the Darumi thing, it felt like they were trying to make it, like, so impactful to the point that, like, your choice led you here. But it feels like this wasn't a... Maybe it was a choice at some point that led to here. But it feels... It's maybe it's just me. But I think the game, like, almost maybe intentionally is trying to make it so that, like, you don't have time to think about it the way that you would have time to think about our characters. Not because they don't like Shoma, but because, like, this, like, shows how, like, things can happen at the split second. Like, poor Shoma's gone now. I know, like, Ava and Nigo and Sareya are gone too. And I know I wasn't that close with Shoma, right? Like, of course, like, out of all the characters, I think I was, like, not nearly as close as him as with other characters, at least from my perspective. But it's still crazy how, like, it happened so suddenly and so quickly, and I didn't even get a chance to, like, think about it. Even now, like, all I'm thinking about is how, like, we're, like, considered traitors. And again, from their perspective, the 2 times we left... apart from, I guess, the beach time, which is the other time, we were, someone died. So it seems like it is a coordinated thing, which, again, from that perspective, it's so difficult to think of it that way, because, like, we know that, like, Takumi's not like that, but they're following, like, a trail. And to them, that all seems like very, very like realistic and real. Like all that seems like it makes sense. And again, like I said, humans think this way. I'm not going to sit here, by the way, and I don't ever want to insult them because again, it's one of those things where like, yes, it hurts that they don't believe Takumi. But not only were they handed a loss, someone died. 2 people have died now in Darumi and Shoma and Eva and Nigo and Sorei. They were attacked again by the Supreme Commander when Takumi is gone. Right now, again, it's high anxiety. It's trying to put the blame in something. It would be terrifying. It's a terrifying situation. Like that seed of doubt is in her mind, and like it's very realistic the way you're doing it. It doesn't make it any less hurtful. And of course, like the stuff with Shoma as well. That's so horrible. For it to happen so quickly and so suddenly as well. Jesus Christ, this game sometimes is crazy. The next day, something brought me to Nozomi's room. Something brought you? Maybe we have to talk about this? Even though everything was in complete chaos, I thought if Nozomi's symptoms had improved even a little, I might feel the faintest amount of hope. But she was doing worse than ever. She wasn't even conscious. Of course, what did I expect? As if her rejection symptoms would just suddenly go away. Unless she had absorbed some hemoanima, she wouldn't get better ever. This music, man, this somber, melancholic music. I was alone in my room, struck by how helpless I felt. Yeah. When my bell rang. Oh, no, who is it? We already had, like, people disappointed us all day yesterday. Whoa. Lay off already. Fed up with the incessant rings, I opened the door to see who it was. By the way, Takumi getting angry, by the way, which I think he has a right to be. People not believing him. Something big is What is happening now, Eito? What is happening? I'm sorry to shout at you, Eito, but what is happening? Eito, what's wrong? Some of the members are trying to leave this... Are you kidding me? We're done for. We're truly divided after this. We're truly divided. What? According to Eito, Hiroko, Takamaro, Ima, Kako, Kiyoshika, and Yugumo were attempting to leave. Because I was colluding with the enemy because they had no intention of fighting Vexus without any viable plans. So they're just gone. Or they're trying to go. They all had their reasons, but it was clear that their minds were made up. This is depressing. This is depressing. I'll try and convince them. If I can't just explain things properly, they might come around. I appreciate the thought, but I don't think that's a good idea. If you go, it may well have the opposite effect. Then why'd you come here? But I also agree, in a way, emotions are still too high. Things may only get even worse, you understand, right? Yeah. As disappointing as it was, Eito was right. There was nothing I could do. Don't make that face. Allow me to suggest an alternative. I think of going with them. You're going to leave the school too? Yes, that's what I came to tell you. I might not be able to stop them right away, but with some time, I might be able to persuade them. Okay. Our bond of friendship is unbreakable, right? I'll do whatever I can. There's something... maybe you guys don't feel this way too. There's something like have an allergic reaction to Eito making a plan. I know the beach trip worked. But you know what I mean? Maybe it's just like leftover feelings from the last route. I get like... I get this feeling of like, let's not, That'd be a huge help, Eito. I'm sorry for all the trouble we caused. Oh, God. Hey, come on. Instead of apologizing, just thank me. A thank you is worth 1,000 apologies. I'll handle this. You do what you need to do. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Eito. Good luck with them. I'm ready. You've been a huge help since everything went down, Eito. Well, yeah, he's like, his part of his mind was gone. Does that mean you believe me?
Are you crazy? Of course I believe you. We're comrades, friends even.
Oh my God. Here's the thing. While this could feel good for some people, I know this is not the real personality of Eito. So it's like, it kind of just feels weird.
Love and peace
Love and peace forever. Love and peace forever. Eito grinned and left my room. Thank you, Eito. Now's not the time for sulking. Tomorrow I'll apologize to everybody and we can take the next steps. I need to look further into Nozomi's rejection symptoms too. Maybe I'll head to the library. I thought they were going to give us free time. I was like, are you insane? I was like, are you insane? Wait, they passed the day by. Oh no, this is the morning. Okay.
Prepared. Be ready to give your...
Wait. Oh, no, it's the next day. They passed the day by. I was holed up in the library until last night. I didn't get much sleep. I still haven't found a way to cure rejection symptoms, but I need to talk to everyone first. I dragged my heavy body out of the bed and headed to the cafeteria. Heavy body is a great way to describe it because again, you know, like it's the heaviness of all these feelings, the tiredness. This is the oh, Gaku's still here as well. Morning, guys. Oh, talk to me, morning. Good morning. What are you having for breakfast? I'm having bear innards. So they're still, maybe I got it wrong because I thought they were just like trying to find the truth, but it seems like maybe they do believe in us, which is beautiful as well. Everyone greeted me with the same enthusiasm as always. They must have been trying to consider it of my feelings. Yeah, sweethearts, absolute sweethearts. So I want to discuss something with you. What is it? First off, thank you for staying here at the school. And secondly, I'm sorry, it's all my fault things have ended up this way. Everything about you so irritating. I know you're irritated by me. I know you are. Kurata? She's right. I mean, that was all pretty sus, but still. It doesn't feel right to brand you as a traitor because... My boy! And again, I want to be clear. I still think that everyone is, you know, like, follow the breadcrumbs and, like, I'm not going to hate them for, like, having doubts about us. But still, look at this. Mr. Clutch himself. Staying by my side. I'm only here for Nozomi. I don't need your apologies. But in turn, if you're standing up for Nozomi, that means standing up for me and I'll take it. Brooding isn't going to solve anything for us, is it? Gaku, he reaffirms so many times why he is like my favorite character. Like so many times. You know what I mean? Like coming after the school after all, you know? And now helping us out here too, but Kurata's right. Is that FB? You're better, okay. Hello everybody. FB, you woke up. Thank goodness you seem better. Sorry for worrying you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I still really go for Gaku being like, hey, like, you shouldn't be branded as a freaking traitor for this, you know? Which again, I think Gaku may be coming along with the journey with us as well is probably a big, massive deal to this too, where it's like, he saw us like fight as well. He saw us like, you know, worry about everyone else. He's, you know, he came on that trip with us. So that might be a big part of it also. Honestly. Effie looked around at the empty cafeteria. Looks like things didn't go too well. Not great. Yeah, like, and again, like, you know I praise Gaku a lot, like, you know, Gaku Defense Squad. But like, I feel like one of the things that, like, is almost intentional is that, like, Gaku, like, well, as you said, he has moments where he will talk and it's like, man, you know, he how do you describe it? Like, he, like, speaks before he thinks sometimes, right? But also, like, he is someone who is more, like, he's, like, very, like, strangely reasonable sometimes, and in other cases too, like, he also knows that the world, like, was very, like, how many people judge him before they even meet him? How many people? He talked about it before in his conversation. People all the time say, like, I'm just like a money grubber, but I have my reasons, you know. I'm making it clear as well. Everyone in that group probably gets judged too, like Kako and Ima, Jesus Christ. But again, for Kako and Ima's perspective, it's like, we were always together. We trusted each other because of all the stuff that you couldn't trust anyone else. And now they're feeling they can't trust us as well. That makes perfect sense, but they would be like, I can't trust you. Hiroko, like, you know, and the rest of the crew as well, they just were given a great defeat. So I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, F them. You know what I mean? At all. Everyone's scared. Everyone's anxious. We lost our ability to fight back against them on the day 100. They got attacked again. They lost to Rumi in the past. But I think two things can be true at the same time. We can trust the hell out of Gaku, and Gaku can use his feelings, which is like people, you know, judging him constantly in his life, and then he, like, you know, also like saying like, hey, it's not fair to do this to you, because he always talks about fair all the time. Versus you can also then see where like someone like Kako and Ima, for example, you know, built up the trust in us, and then if that trust feels broken, they don't want to get hurt again, quite like when they were growing up and they only trusted each other because the world was pretty freaking sucky as well. And you get what I'm saying? It's like you can look at it and say like you can be happy that people stayed here and be so happy and proud of like Aku and Tsubasa and Moko and FB, while also at the same time, and Kurara, while also at the same time understand why people would leave and why people would feel hopeless and why people would feel anxious and scared. It's like two things. I'm not gonna hate, like, I'm not gonna knock Kako down from my second favorite character or first, joint first favorite character because of this. It's a part of her personality. It's a part of the writing. It would be, how do I say, it would be weird if everyone just immediately was just like, yeah, it's cool. This makes the writing better, in my opinion, that you have this type of conflict, that you have these characters, developing real emotions and feeling real ways about situations and feeling hurt by situations and feeling nervous and anxious about situations. It makes sense to me. Looks like things didn't go too well. Yeah. I told FB everything that happened about Nozomi, the tattoo sticker, and how the special defense unit was falling apart because of it. I see, I understand, but let me say something. You're not the only one responsible for this. I'm not one of the sources for all this. I'm one of the sources for all the conflict. Sorry. Besides, Kurara said it best. We're all here for our own reasons. Exactly. Launching right into this tragic protagonist act is a bad habit. Oh my god. That's actually very, even though, it is kind of, a little bit of a dig, at the same time, it's also, very, cute. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you don't have to be the tragic protagonist. We're here, Besides, now's not the time for pessimism, right? You guys. Thank you. You're exactly right. We have a mountain of problems we need to try and solve. Right. Optimism suits you, Takami. I love you, FB. Oh my god. Then let's deal with one of our problems right away. Nozomi's rejection symptoms. I know how we can cure them? That's why... Are you serious, FB? What? Can you really help Nozomi? Yes, I'm almost certain. But how? You got some kind of crazy wonder drug? What we need to do is actually quite simple. FB no. We temporarily transfer my Hemo Anima to Nozomi. No. Transfer your Hemo Anima? Is that even possible? Let's not do that though. But then, would that mean you're gone? I believe so. The basic principle is the same as absorbing critical from a commander. Hold on. If it's the same, then that means... No, we can't. It's likely that I'll die. No way. Well... You can't do that. Are you insane? Oh my god. Tsubasa's right. I don't want to lose anybody else. Thank you. I had a feeling you'd say that. But hear me out. I was too reckless when we launched that missile. I wasn't able to skillfully wield my own power. I won't be of any use to you. Any use in your fight with action. No, stop, please. This game. It doesn't matter if you can't fight. Besides, I was never going to be able to live beyond day 100. I know that. I know that's, yeah, I get that. I get it. I get that. I understand that. Right? But that still hurts. His logic is sound completely. Everything that I've gotten to experience so far has felt like a miracle. FB, I swear to God. You're making me not want to do this at all. But that doesn't mean... Think about it calmly and rationally, Takami. There are no commanders left. Nozomi can't afford to wait a moment longer. This is likely our only option. Please, I don't want to die with it. Oh my, he said... This is almost like magic words to me. Do you see what this game does with its writing? How 2 minutes ago, I was like, no, we're never doing this. Right? To then he goes, well, I have only 40 days left and then I'm gone. And it's like, oh, that's sound logic. And then it's like, then he goes, hey, I've experienced, all I've experienced with you has been amazing. I'm like, let's not kill him. Let's not do this. And then he said this. I don't want to die with any regrets. And what he's telling us is on day 100, he's going to fade away. And he doesn't want to live with the fact of knowing that he could have saved Nozomi. Even though it's not his responsibility, but that's what he's saying. This to me is like the magic words of this situation. You know what I mean? To not die without regrets. All of you changed my life. I want to leave something with you. Oh my freaking god. Leave something, but this is horrible. You can't. Even Karara. How are we supposed to agree to something as crazy as this?
I know I'm forcing a difficult decision on all of you, but I think this is the best possible use of my life.
Wait, is this gonna be a choice? Is this gonna be a choice?
This is my final ask of everyone.
This is horrible.
Takumi, you can decide if you want to go through with it.
Not again. I have to sacrifice someone to survive again? I would run away from this choice if I thought I could, but I knew that wasn't an option. I came back from the future because I didn't want to lose anyone. It was my fault everything was falling apart now. Oh, it is a choice, isn't it? Yeah. F right off. So, I feel sick, but to talk through this with you guys as best as possible, right? The best we possibly can. I'm not going to say this is perfect or anything the way we're going to be talking about this, because it's going to be pretty devastating regardless, in my opinion. No matter what today, with the way the choices have gone so far, we are losing either FB or Nozomi. That's what's happening. That's what this choice is. And the reason why, and here's the thing, that might not be the case, right? That it could be a thing where, you know, somehow we still save Nozomi. I don't know. You know what I mean? But the reason why I think that this is that choice is because the choices we've made so far have had big consequences. Something in the world has changed to a great degree, to the point of someone died. It was either I genuinely believe it was Nozomi or Moko that time, the first time when Darumi or Moko, the first time when Darumi died. I genuinely believe that, like, us getting caught out with this tattoo, I believe that there's probably another option here where, I don't know, where we were down a whole different route. Our choice to, like, not do that lie ended up with us getting caught out in a different way, in a way that, like, separated the whole group to an even bigger disaster. You know what I mean? Like, this thing where we were like, where we lied for Nozomi actually ended up, like, dividing the group even more than we even thought when we were trying to keep everyone together. So I know for a fact this is like, yes, is Nozomi lives. No, is Nozomi dies. Yes, is FB dies. No, is FB lives. Now, the only thing is we saved right before this. So, and also, there's also timelines of choices, right? So we don't have to reload saves. So actually it'd be better to use the timeline, right? But we can legitimately, like, you know, check out the other choices at some point if we wanted to, like, for everything we did. I think even, you know, someone was saying if you guys wanted to suggest other routes. So there is other route options, right? And stuff like this, but I don't want to treat, especially like the routes, like, I'm not saying, but I don't want to treat the routes, like, my choices as just like, oh, we can go back, you know, because that's not the way you do it. We're choosing, this is the real life, this is where we are, and we have to make that choice. The thing that changed my whole perspective on this, I know this sounds so harsh because I love FB, is when he said, don't make me die without any regrets. He is telling us, in my opinion, from what I hear, is he's telling us, please do not let me live on and then know that I could have saved Nozomi. Knowing that he's going to die in 40 days. That's what this is, right? I didn't misinterpret that. That's why I look at it, is that he's saying that if you let me do something right now, I will be, then right now I'll die without regrets. But in 40 days, if I still lived, I would have so many regrets. And that's what, and you saw like what went through her mind. Like I want to know how you guys felt about this too, because from my perspective, I was like, no. Oh, I understand what he's saying. To no, to, oh, there's the magic words. I think you know where I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards like accepting his request. Not because I don't love FB. You know I love FB. He's amazing. But because no, and it's not, here's the thing, him dying in 40 days, yes, that's a part of it. But it's also the part of the dying without regrets thing. He is asking us and pleading with us to not die without regrets. Effed. When I clicked the yes, I literally got like a feeling in my throat, you know, when you're about to like cry. Holy hell.
Okay. We'll go along with your plan.
It's so effed. It's so effed. Takumi, are you being serious? Hey, Takumi. I don't want to have to do this. I can't believe I even chose to do that. It's what FB wants. We're losing another member. No matter what, we were losing a member today. Takumi. I'm going to regret it every day for the rest of my life. But it was about his regrets. You know? No matter what choice I picked there, I would have regrets, but it was about FB's regrets. And how he felt. This is my choice, my responsibility. I see that I have nothing to say. I love that Gaku's constantly, like, and people can say what they frickin' want, he's constantly thinking about us. Isn't that a huge burden to have to shoulder, man? Yeah, it is. That's the way to being a leader sometimes, I feel like, isn't it? I'm surprised to hear you say anything so considerate. What are you talking about? He literally started this whole conversation off by literally saying to us that it didn't seem fair that we were the ones that got blamed for all this. I do actually like worry about you, you know. I know. I've seen it, Gaku. I've seen it. Sorry for putting you in such a painful position. And thank you for taking my wishes into account. This is so effed. Just feels so freaking bad. It feels so freaking bad. It feels so bad. Then let's not delay. Well, I have a request to make too. A request? No, don't do that. Just for today, spend some time talking with everyone walking around the school. Do everything you want until you're satisfied. That's devastating. This game knows how to kick you when you're down. Takumi. Then you can tell me if you still feel that. That's, oh my god, that's, yes. That's so true. That's such a good outcome to this. Takumi, are you... Alright, I can do that much. Exactly. Because I love this, because what Takumi's saying is, yes, you have no regrets now if you got to save Nozomi, but see what life is like right now. Talk to everyone. Relieved that Effie agreed to my condition, I stood up from my seat. I'm going to look after Nozomi. We're not sure what might happen, so we need to keep an eye on her. I'll be with her all day today, so you can all enjoy your time with FB. Understood. Take care of Nozomi. Okay, I am devastated right now. But now we know there could be a different outcome. Don't do anything freakish. Karada, I need you to understand, and I've said it a million times, you're looking at the bravest, nicest lad in the world in Takumi. Don't be crazy. I know like people can say there is faults to him, of course there are, but like, he's my guy. Thank you, Takumi. Oh, Tsubasa. I left the cafeteria, gathered my things, and made my way to Nozomi's room. Whatever FB's final decision ended up being, I would accept it, yeah. This truly gives him the decision, right? To know all the what he's leaving behind, right? That's what's important. Is to let him, you know, making this decision after a big battle, so different than making this decision after having a day spent with everybody.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 63rd day of active service here. Prepare to spend another day. Be ready to give your life.
I'm so devastated. I'm so devastated right now. It's actually like, oh, did we say it here? Yeah, it makes sense. It's like staying by someone's bedside almost, right? I woke up from my snooze beside Nozomi's bed after I felt a familiar presence. FB. I don't know what to do, man. I can't. I know, again, I want to make it clear, like, I know we saved, like, right before this. I know we can go back and choose other choices, right? I know this. But that doesn't change the fact that this isn't going to be effing devastating. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's fine. I just dozed off. I stretched hard, all of my joints popping. Did you talk to everybody? Yeah, thanks to all the time with them you gave me. I don't have any regrets. That means I haven't changed my mind. I'll give my power, my hemo anima, my whole life over to Nozomi. Alright. I wasn't in a place to say anything about his choice. I simply accepted his answer in silence. Oh. The weather already sucks today, so it's like sniffling while also like, you know, I've already been like sniffling today. Look at the journey that we've been on with FB.
It's a little late to be asking, but is it really possible to transfer hemoanima?
Yes. Hemoanima, cryptoglobin, is no doubt a far more erratic power than we could ever imagine. The Special Defense Unit's class weapons and armor are all completely different depending on the wielder. And there are commanders that can change into monstrous forms. This power is essentially omnipotent, capable of transforming in any possible way depending on your mindset.
Crazy, man. How like this is like the basis for a lot of the whole game, basically.
It doesn't just kill enemies. It's capable of saving lives too.
It's like fire, right? Fire has so many purposes. It can hurt, it can be painful, it can be destructive. But it also is like a representation of life, you know? It really is. FV's body was enveloped in a flare of light. It wasn't the unusual undying flames, it was a warmer, gentler brilliance that wrapped itself around everything.
Takumi, 60
Don't.
days.
Don't, please.
Huh?
Please.
I'm not sure how many days it's been for you after you traveled through time, but I've counted 60 days since we met.
This is so effed.
That was my whole life.
Little baby.
The ocean, the fireworks, all of it. I'll never forget.
How could I ever forget you? This is so effed. It's so effed. Effie's words broke a dam holding back all my emotions I'd been hiding away.
I'm sorry.
This is so effed.
I wasn't able to make the right choice. I worried and agonized over it, but
These choices are effed. That's what's wrong with this. The choices are so effed.
I couldn't save everybody. I didn't even come close. And now, I have to lose you too.
What the?
No.
Why?
I'm certain this was the right choice. You want to know what I'm thinking right now? I'm so glad I was born.
Oh my freaking god.
It can't be the wrong decision if I'm able to feel like this in my last moments.
And that's the only reason why I chose this, was the idea of like no regrets, the idea of them being happy. Oh, Takumi. This is so freaking heavy.
So don't look so sad.
Impossible.
You can save everyone. All of you can survive.
Oh.
Do it for me.
This game is going to kill me. It really will.
Okay. I promise.
This game will literally be the death of me. Effie smiled with the satisfaction of my response.
Then this is it, Takumi. Thank you for giving me something to
Oh.
live for. Thank you for being my friend.
Jesus Christ, what the hell? When I opened my eyes, Effie was gone. The only proof that he was ever really there was the warm light now enveloping Nozomi. Imbued with Effie's hema anima, Nozomi quickly recovered. She was conscious again by nighttime. I walked her through everything that had happened to ease her confusion. The special defense unit, no. Zoe squeezed her arm tightly as if to chastise herself. No, don't blame yourself for this. Please do not ever. And Effie sacrificed himself. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault whatsoever. I made the choice. I made this choice. That's not true. If anyone's responsible, it's me. It was my call. It was our call. We made the call. Nozomi, oh my god. And Effie said something. That he was glad he was bored. Oh. And that it couldn't be the wrong choice if he let him felt that way. Those were his last words. He didn't sacrifice himself. He trusted you with something important to him. So what we need to do now is forget about feeling sorry. We need to live our lives so we don't betray his gift to us. So we don't betray his choice. Am I wrong? Well, no. But Takumi. Same. Honestly, same. I'm a mess, guys. I'm so sorry for this aggressive sniffling. I'm a mess. You're crying. No, I'm not. It's okay. I understand how you feel now. You were... No, don't say this. Everyone needs to stop pretending they're selfish in this game. Everyone does. We have a group of characters, for the most part, who would die for each other 1,000 times. Please stop saying this. Please, everyone in this group stop saying this. I swear to God. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be condescending. What do you mean? I never see you speak with so much conviction. I should just stick with what I know. You sounded like a leader. Thank you. Then I'm going to head back to my room for the day. You're still getting better, so rest easy for now. Yeah, I will. I can tell I'm healing. I think I'll be back to normal by tomorrow. I see good. I'm relieved. I'll see you tomorrow then. Good night. I left Nozomi's room and looked up at the night sky. The massive satellite hung in the air completely indifferent and unchanged despite everything that had happened. Everyone was up there praying for our mission to be a success. Or maybe they already knew we had no more hope of winning, and had long since abandoned us. But none of that means anything. Turning my back on the dim light of a man-made moon in the sky, I returned to my room. Holy frickin' hell. Day 6. Are you joking me? Give me a frickin' minute. Oh my god, this game.
Up and Adam troops! Get prepared to be ready to give your...
We're back at the cafeteria already. I need a minute. And then Kurara has a frickin' hat off as well, or mask off. I need a minute. I do need a minute. I need a minute. One, obviously, like, there's a lot we can talk about in that sense too, like, of what happened here. It was an absolutely devastating moment for, you know, FB and all the stuff that surrounded this, I suppose, as well. I think I'm going to be ending the episode here, but we'll come back in the next one. I think that makes sense, right? I think it's probably the best place to... I know it's like a bad place to end it, but I don't think... Like, I feel like going on through the rest of the episode feeling a little bit down is probably not the best thing in the world. I know, like, that's the game. You know, we're going to have much more moments like that, I'd say, as well. But I feel like this is a good place to end the video. You know what I mean? I think you guys will understand as well what I'm saying. This was one of the wildest... How can I... The fact that I'm sitting here and I say this is one of the wildest episodes we've ever had in Last Defense Academy is ridiculous. Okay, I'm back. I think that was like one of the wildest episodes I've ever gotten to record of Last Defense Academy, honestly. And I feel like, you know what, it does feel kind of bad that, like, you know, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying when I say this. Like, I cried a lot of tears for Darumi and for FB and stuff like this, and Nozomi when she died in the first playthrough. And I think one of the things that, like, you know, I don't want people to think is that I didn't care about Shoma. I think just one of the things is when, like, you know, we with Shoma, it happened so suddenly and so quickly. I didn't even get a chance to, like, truly think about it, like, at all. Like, I like all of a sudden I went back into like another thing altogether. Which again, I think the game was intentionally trying to do that. I think the game was trying to show you that anything can happen at any moment still, and it's not about, like, you know, it's not always going to be the most, like, heroic and, you know, beautiful moment like the stuff with FB or, you know, anything like that. It's not always going to be like that, you know? You're not always going to get, like, either the romantic goodbye or the very, like, long build up to a goodbye. Like, it wasn't long, but a build up to a goodbye or someone dying like Darumi. It just doesn't happen like that. And I think that's, like, you know, what they're trying to drive home here. That is that, like, it's not about, like, it's almost like not about, like, how you feel about a certain situation. It's just how things are going to go sometimes. But I do feel so bad for what happened to Shoba. You know what I mean? It just happened so suddenly, so quickly. It really did. I've talked about it at length, how I feel like the characters in this game follow, like how a lot of them feel very real. And in this sense, I feel like the betrayal thing, it's not about us feel like, again, once again, I don't think The Last Defense Academy is about, like, how, like, it's not about making Takumi feel good, even though we would love that. it's also about the idea of like that all these reactions to stuff sometimes feel very real to me. And whilst like, you know, it's so easy in this moment as well, and if Takumi did, you'd understand if he was kind of like, F you guys then, you know? From their perspective, if you follow the trail from that tattoo to the stuff with like us secretly talking to Nozomi, both times when we left, and by the way, the time at the beach like was it was Eito was organized that. So the one time Eito organized it, everyone came back safe. When we organized expeditions away, people died. Darumi died, Shoma died, Ava died, Sorei died, Nigo died. And that's freaking, you know, that's a rough thing to think about. Because now, like, it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, like we can go like, no, that didn't happen. Of course it didn't happen. Why would it? Like, why would you believe that? But then from any humans, like it's again, not every human, but like some humans, and that's the way the human mind works, which is just like, we've lost people. As I think it's a combination, as I said, looking for someone to blame in this situation because it's like something horrible has happened, and it can't just be that, like, you know, and like a coincidence in their mind. And also feeling hopeless, and it's like one of those things where it's like, well, we have to give up now, which is again like a horrible thing to think about because you don't want them to give up. But again, I that's why I want to always make it clear with these characters, like, I love these characters to death, and I'm never gonna like shame Ima or Kako for this. You know, if they eventually do come back, I'm gonna welcome them with open arms in my heart. I know Takumi will as well. It's just a very scary situation to feel like people are all against you in that moment, and I can only imagine how Takumi felt in that moment because I felt anxiety. I felt so sad. I can only imagine what he felt in that moment, you know? Honestly, it would feel terrifying, right? It would feel so terrifying. But again, I understand the trail that they followed, and it's a very unfortunate situation that happened here. In terms of the FB stuff, it just broke my heart. Again, it's such a difference in like, and that's why I think it's intentional. You know what I mean? That the way Shoma, Ava, Nigo, and Sorei died, it has to be intentional because again, they gave us the big, massive moment with FB when they faded away. They gave us the moment with Nozomi in the first game. They had to build up to the death of Darumi. So to me, it has to be an intentional thing where it's like they're doing things for different emotions and writing and stuff like that. But the FB stuff just like breaks my heart just because he's a character who like has been trying to help us this whole time. And has been trying to save us this whole time and has been guiding us in a way to that point. And my choice in that moment, like, I stand by it only just because I'd love to have him with us forever, but he said those magic words, which was, don't let me die with regrets, because in 40 days he was gone, right? And while that sucks to hear, because like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, well, he should be able to live those 40 days. 100% I agree. But again, I didn't want him to go on with his life and feel like I have regrets. And the idea that, like, you know, it's not easy, by the way, and these choices aren't easy. And you guys know these choices aren't easy. I don't think anyone would ever say these choices are easy. They're very difficult. I think that's what makes this game so incredible at the same time, is how difficult these choices are. But now I'm going away from this, like, as feeling like it was the wildest episode we ever got to record in this series. What I'll say is this as we head away from this now. As we head away from this story and everything like that. Is that I'm so sorry for what happened to Shoma. It wasn't Takumi who did that. Of course it wasn't. And it wasn't, I don't think it was a choice or anything like that. I think maybe it was just a branching path rather than a choice. But I'm very, very sorry for what happened to those characters, and sad that we lost FB. In one playthrough now, we've lost FB, we lost Sorei, Nigo, Darumi, Shoma, and Ava. And whilst, again, like, as I said, Ava, like, I didn't have a special connection with Ava. I didn't. And, like, I'll be honest as well, like, I have no problem saying this. Like, I think you guys know this. Like, I had a connection to Shoma at the start. But then I feel like afterwards he didn't endear himself. Like, not that the character has to, like, you know, do that. But I'm saying, like, you could tell probably in this playthrough, like, that like, the connection we had with Shoma was from his story was so beautiful. I cried over that dude. And then, like, over time, I felt like we didn't have the same connection as time went on, whereas that I had with some other characters as well. which is understandable. But I'm not trying to explain, by the way, why I wasn't like, because I was upset with what happened. It's just I didn't have time to even like think about it. Like it was just like all like into like, and again, I think intentionally so. They were trying to show you that like sometimes you don't just get this fairy tale goodbye or a build up to a death. Sometimes things happen in this game that makes it feel very grounded and real, and it's honestly really, really crazy to even think about it. Thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. Thank you so much for supporting this series. To put a pin in everything, a very emotional episode. I'm gonna miss a bunch of these characters. I hope that in this route they will come back before the end of this. I think we have like, you know, plenty of time before they could come back. I still love this game to death and stuff, because I hope it doesn't make it sound like I don't, because whenever I engage in these conversations, like, you know, I think you guys understand now, but like, you know, passerby sometimes, you know, sometimes they're like, oh, does he not like the game anymore? Like sometimes it's like, no, like I like that games make me feel like, this sounds weird, I like when a game makes me feel bad because that shows that it made me feel something. You know what I mean? And that's better than nothing. I'd rather play a game and have it like rip my heart out than to feel nothing towards a game. And that's honestly like the way I look at it. It does make me want to do another route as well. It definitely does make me want to do another route and see what else we can have here, and just to see Zarumi again in that way as well, honestly. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for supporting the series. Thank you so much for being so awesome. I'll see you all very, very soon. I'll say thank you so much to my patrons at Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Ewald, Radish Anusta, Death Trap, Link Smarky, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, Hike, Experian, Jared, being him at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, and Blasco. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.